The city is allowing tents to be set up for this special holiday weekend. And JD, I just have to ask you, how is this experience going to be different now that you're allowed to have a tent?
It's definitely going to be a lot warmer.
Katie Malacher owns a framing company directly across from that orange building you can see behind me. These tire tracks are from the third car Myrtle Beach police say a man named Patrick Gauze stole today. Michael, well, the very latest, as we now know, the landmark resort has been deemed safe and everyone is allowed to go back inside. As you can see, this snow/rain mixture is coming down very hard. I don't know if you can see in my scarf here, it appears to be, it looks like snow. And because of what they use to write them, spray paint. Paula, those three officers told me they had no idea what they were getting into when they responded here to Windsor Green. Both of these men helped victims during the fire. At the very same time, their homes were burning down too. We've talked to the heroes and we've heard the 911 calls. But because of how raw this video you're about to see is, the roughly 70 911 calls that poured into Horry County Dispatch tell a story. This side of Windsor Green is now just a pile of rubble. Michael, as you probably remember, 6 months ago I stood in this very spot, but everything behind me was ash and rubble.
Now I see.
I lost my son. That's my only son.
Mourning his only son, Daryl Pyatt was among more than 100 people who got together in Pawleys Island tonight to remember the young man who was found shot to death Tuesday afternoon.
Whoever took his life just realized, I just want them to think about that they just took something from a bunch of people. So many people loved him.
Myrtle Beach police won't go into detail about where the investigation stands, but they do say they're currently looking at several different pieces of surveillance camera footage. Pyatt's family is asking for anyone who may know anything to come forward, even if you want to stay anonymous.
Just call us, let us know any little thing.
As the Pyatt family waits for police to find the person who killed Josh, family and friends told stories about the man they say was on the right track in life.
But he had respect, because here comes a man like me. I stick my head into his window, and you know what he does? He takes his hat off, he bows his head, and he asks me to pray for him.
My fears.
You know, we just want to bring awareness to what's going on out there because it's sad. Nobody wins. No one.
Daryl says violence is a battle our society shouldn't have to fight.
Somebody need to say, man, don't do that. Don't kill that lady child. Don't do that. Just that easy. We can stop a senseless murder.
A senseless murder may have taken Josh Pyatt, but for now, those who loved him the most say they'll focus on the positive.
The greatest thing I want everybody to remember about my son Josh is his smile.
New details tonight into two 911 calls made minutes before a drunk driving accident killed 56-year-old Joan Erickson last week. On May 15th, police say 28-year-old Gabriel Grotto hit the car Erickson was driving head-on, but minutes before that crash, two different people tried to alert police that Grotto was driving erratically on the roads. Monique Blair is live with the details on why police did not show up in time. Monique.
Michael, 2 minutes before Joan Erickson died on scene just down the street from where I'm standing, a call was made to Horry County 911 from a woman reporting a driver was dangerously crossing 3 lanes of highway here on 544 before turning left on Prestwick Club Drive. But police were not able to stop that driver in time.
911, do you have an emergency?
This story starts with a call made to Horry County's 911 center for a report of an erratic driver at 7:12 p.m. on May 15th.
Okay.
A dark blue Jeep, he's just about wrecked.
The caller explains the Jeep was driving southbound on Highway 31, just north of the Highway 501 interchange.
He is erratic, he's drunk, and now he's got his Jeep out, and he's just about totaled the Jeep a minute ago.
The dispatcher tells the caller she'll alert Highway Patrol and make sure all law enforcement is on the lookout for the Jeep. But it would take a while for her to get in touch with Highway Patrol.
All of our representatives are busy assisting other callers.
5 minutes after the first 911 call came in, the dispatcher is finally connected. Lance Corporal Sonny Collins with the Highway Patrol couldn't speak to this case specifically because the accident is still under investigation. But he says when calls like this come in, every step is taken to get that driver off the road.
If there's not a trooper in that location, then our dispatcher will notify the local law enforcement. Maybe there's a county policeman, maybe there's a city police officer in the area. Any means we can to try to get those drivers checked on.
Exactly 15 minutes after the first call for a report of a dangerous driver on the road, another one from a different caller comes in.
That's about Woody Town. This is a 4-lane highway with that emergency center, and he was using all 3 lanes.
2 minutes later, and just more than a mile down from where the last caller saw Grotto driving, another 911 call. This one from the passenger in Erickson's car.
A Jeep crossed out of the road, hit us almost head on.
Okay, did you guys flip?
No, he just hit us, knocked the hell out of us. Oh, God, please hurry. She ain't breathing.
Breaking news right now at 11, 4 children are dead after a fire destroyed a home in Darlington County earlier today.
WMBF News reporter Monique Blair live at the home where this happened. Monique, how is the family coping tonight?
Well, Michael and Paula, the family tells me they want to know what caused this fire here at this home on Depot Street, but they also say they're just focusing on how to grasp the idea that they lost 4 very young family members just hours ago.
They were beautiful. 2 boys, 2 girls. When they come around, they just light up everything.
Darlington County Sheriff Wayne Bird says the bodies of the 4 children were found in a bedroom. The first 911 call came in at 1:53. Within 10 minutes, first responders had the fire out, but it was too late for the kids.
It's in God's hands now, and we just prayed comfort for the family.
Janice Hawkins is the children's aunt. She gave us these pictures of the children who are all siblings. 4-year-old Delonta Dixon, 3-year-old Cameron Hawkins Mason, and twin 1-year-old girls Kynasia and Myasia Hawkins Mason.
It was just some happy kids, just happy kids.
Colorful personality, they're a joy to be around. They just have a beautiful heart, and they were so loving and caring, and the whole neighborhood know them, and they're loved by all.
Investigators left the scene tonight shortly before 9 o'clock. A Darlington County spokesperson says they could have preliminary results into what started the fire as early as tomorrow.
Just do their best to try to figure out, so we can figure out what happened. Just want to know, we don't even know what happened.
We try to find out to help bring some kind of closure to see what caused this that happened. That will help bring some closure to the family.
First responders say once they got to the scene, they saw the mother of the children standing outside the mobile home trying to get help.
It's just like a world just was taken. I feel like a shell of a person because of this tragedy. It was so beautiful. And then anybody that lose kids, they can understand.
The mother of the children was too grief-stricken to talk on camera. She was being treated by the American Red Cross when we saw her. Her sisters tell me their nieces and nephews will be missed deeply.
But I know they with God, and He's gonna have them. It was just a time. He just needed angels.
Now, we can't go past this caution tape here, but you can still see there are several children's toys out in the front yard. But the family tells me the inside of the home is a complete loss. Still ahead tonight, I'll have more on where this investigation goes from here. For now, I'm reporting live in Darlington County. Monique Blair, WMBF News.
A loaded gun and a carry-on bag at the Myrtle Beach Airport, and WMBF News was the first to alert you of this breaking news.
Trying to carry a loaded gun onto an airplane.
Fastest growing station on the Grand Strand and in the PD, with more hours of local news and more reporters to bring you live coverage of late-breaking news as it happens.
Reporting live in Horry County.
I'm here in Little River.
Delivered accurate information as it happened to help keep your family
right
safe.
Now, there are moderate flurries falling right here in Florence.
The National Weather Service is reporting trees are down in Marion County, Robeson County.
WMBF News reporter Monique Blair is live to explain how...
Monique Blair live at one of those roadblocks.
Monique Blair is live in the studio to show you. WMBF News reporter Monique Blair is live in Florence.
She's live tonight with the details. Monique.
Officers didn't find gauze on Ocean Boulevard, but they did find the car they think he was driving crashed into these woods. Michael, I'm out here at the Lee's Landing section of Conway, and you can see the road I'm standing on is completely submerged in water. I'm joined here right now with Horry County Police Sergeant Robert Kegler with the latest information on what we just learned. Michael, well, the rain just started to come down pretty hard right here, but you can see it was the very people who live in this neighborhood who tipped them off to this house behind me here on Collins Street. But you can see the restaurant has shocking surveillance footage of that theft happening, and now the victim says she hopes this video will help nab the suspect.